We bought the DVD package from Best Buy this weekend for $40. We got 8 movies. So
Best Buy's open?
You can do curbside pickup, so you can order it online, and then they tell you when it's ready, and you go and park, and somebody brings it out to your car.
Wait, you did curbside pickup for the box set of Harry Potter this weekend, Bill?
Do you know how desperate I am to get out of the house? So this is the
thing. All right. Hello and welcome to an all-new magical Hold My Popcorn, where we make fun of the good movies and trash the bad ones. I'm Muggle Max Healy, trapped in Nashville, and trapped in his cupboard apartment in Boston is Tim Begin. How you doing, Timmy?
Doing good, Max. Abby and I are on the keto diet nowadays. Happy to report I've lost 15 pounds. And I've also lost my soul. We had cheesecake last night, keto cheesecake, and yikes.
What is the keto diet? What the hell does that mean? What is the keto diet?
It's basically you pound bacon all day.
Yeah, you just eat a ton of meat and fat.
Really?
Yeah.
How is that healthy?
It's not healthy. I'm going to die at a young age.
But he's going to look fucking great.
Yeah. But the fact of the matter is that was already in the cards anyways.
So Tim really just leaned in.
Yeah, I really haven't changed my diet whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. All I've done is stopped eating bread. Everything else has stayed the same.
Wait a minute. This is a no-carb diet?
Yeah.
You live in the North End.
Dude, I tell you, it's terrible. I went to get a salad last Friday. I got a chicken cutlet salad, so I cheated a little bit there, a little breading on the chicken. But anyways, I walk out of this deli that does these good salads, and the woman goes, "Hey, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Here's 2 free garlic breads." So I did the noble thing, and I ate both of those so Abby wouldn't be tempted.
Shoved it in his mouth on the way back.
But Bill, really, there's only one requirement to get on to be able to do keto, and it's to not have gout. So everyone can do it except for Paco Brady.
Except for Derek.
Exactly.
In on the West Coast, magically raining bodily fluids under his invisibility cloak is a Sacramento masturbator, John Anoshak. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm great. You want to know why? It's because I got my broom to fly, so now I don't even have to be out on an overpass, dude. I'm just fucking making it happen. Woo! Cold front coming into Sacramento. I'm doing well, man. I haven't left my bed all day long. My gut is pushing up this standable desk. I have a beer, a mic, and a laptop on it, and I feel fucking great. How are you?
I'm feeling enchanted, John. Enchanted by all the love that's in the room. There's nobody else in this room, but we are welcoming back a few familiar voices to the show. Over in Cape Cod, in his cardboard box on the outside and 70,000 square foot mansion on the inside, his former co-host, Mike Preble. How are you, sir?
Doing very well, Max. That's why I was always so deep down inside. I knew my box was the right choice because of the the opulence within. Although there are now 70 mile an hour gusts apparently outside of my box, so I'll at least die in comfort, extreme comfort and extreme luxury. So it'll be fine.
And in Portland, Maine, we have our resident squib, Bill Dooley.
Take that, village.
Unbelievable. You know what? That's fine, Max. That's fine. Totally fine. I just came back a half an hour ago. I put the baby down to sleep. I am calm and serene, and nothing's gonna get me upset. Nothing's gonna work me up at all. Even that fucking bullshit reference you just made to me.
I knew Bill would be the only one who would get offended by that. That's why I reserved it for him.
Fucking believe you just called me a goddamn... I was just going to compliment you on all these wonderful references you're making in the introduction, and you fucking called me a squib.
Bill, he has been crafting this intro for the days. Just, how can I do this in such a way where only Bill could get pissed off?
I was really ready to come into this with that calm and serene mentality that nobody can get me upset, and the first thing you say gets me mad.
Well,
I can't wait to put lipstick on this pig and fuck it. This is great.
Well, giddy up here.
As mentioned on last week's Dracula episode, we're sticking with the magical theme as we begin our epic 8-film journey. Jesus Christ, our 8-film journey. That is the Harry Potter.
Go and get yourself some out the jug there, son. Don't smoke and drink at the same time here.
Go put my teeth back in. 8-film journey, that is the Harry Potter franchise. And to kick it off, we watched Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or if you're not in the States, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
It's a
Did they
terrible
really
accent.
call it the Philosopher's Stone in other countries?
Everyone else calls it the Philosopher's Stone.
Huh.
Because Americans are too dumb to think of what a philosopher is, apparently. It's like, no one knows what that is. Let's put a sorcerer on that, and that definitely get the kids in here.
I always thought customary units were more accurate.
Philosopher. Jesus Christ, these fucking Europeans.
It's this Phil guy. I thought this was about this kid named Harry, not Phil.
Yeah. Call it the Scorsese Stone. You spelled sorcerer. Just call it the Scorsese Stone. Fucking cunt. And make it about mobsters.
He made Robert De Niro young again. He looks really weird, though. All right, well, before we dive into the movie, all of us were the prime reader demographic when it came to these books when they first came out, since I think we're all in elementary school, and we were graduating high school when Deathly Hallows came out. So before we start offending all the diehard Potter fans that just tuned in for this specific episode, I do want to do a quick little round table and ask you guys if you've ever read the books. So starting off with Bill, how many times have you read the Harry Potter books?
Uncountable. I mean, I started reading when the third book was out, and I read all three, and then I read every book again when the next book came out, and I've read the whole series after they've been completed probably at least 2 or 3 times. So, I mean, like, the first book I've probably read like 12 times. The 7th book I've probably read like 3 or 4 times. And everywhere in between.
Jesus Christ, I haven't read that many books ever.
All right, well, I'm guessing, Mr. Preble, you've read these books as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's funny. The first time I started reading the first one, I think I was like 5th grade or something. I didn't like it. I was like, oh, this isn't good. And I put it away. And I can't remember what drew me back to it. But then I actually maybe paid attention, read it. And then I was like, oh, actually, this is really good. So yeah, I've read all of them. And kind of like Bill, I think I probably read the first, the second, the third, more often than the others. I've definitely read most of them more than once. Although I've only read the last one once. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yes, I have read these books, all of them.
Wonderful. How about you, John?
I have read the first 4.
Cool.
Many times. And then, I went through puberty and decided that I wanted to fuck. So I stopped reading them, joined the football team, and the rest is history. So I'm definitely an aficionado on most of the universe. Not quite at Bill level, but I will do my best to be as ignorant as possible just to create as much friction as I can throughout this entire series. But once we get past the Goblet of Fire, I'm fucked. Really, when it comes down to it, especially because I know that there was no chance in hell that those movies were faithful to the books, because they fucked up the Goblet of Fire in theaters. Just putting it out there.
Well, we'll find out here in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Tim?
I have read none of these books.
Good.
Why would you guys even think that I'd have read no books in my life? I am a fat, dumb ginger, and that's the way it'll remain. I will read nothing to expand my mind.
I'm wearing a flat-brimmed fishing hat right now.
Yeah, I have no intelligent thoughts that have ever come into my brain and have left my mouth. Okay, and it's certainly no thoughts that have ever been formed by literature. So let's just get that stuff out of the way right now.
So it's very interesting, the mystique around the engineer community. It's said that their entire profession and history is all an oral tradition.
Yeah, definitely. It's on. You learn by copying off other people's paper or tests. That's the only way to learn engineering. At least in my mind. That's what got me through school. Sit next to the Asian kid during the
Racism, that's what helps me. Well, as you guys can tell, for me, I can't read, so I haven't either. So, by the way, for the audience at home, I'm gonna just assume that you've read or watched these before. So I'm not gonna explain what a Muggle is or what a Howler is, because it'd be really weird for you to tune in to our stupid ass fucking show to learn about Harry Potter for the first time.
True.
Yeah, it's probably a fine thing to do.
Yes.
Brad was like, no, it's a great idea.
No, I love it. I have to say, this is inspired.
Hold my popcorn. They must be experts in Harry Potter. I'll give them a listen.
They'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb, carefully parsing out all these difficult questions, really going into the history.
So there's a podcast out there called Hold My Butterbeer, and we should totally just start fucking throwing just fucking Instagram and Twitter bombs at them after this is done.
Is there really a Hold My Butterbeer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, those people deserve death.
So we're gonna start
I can't, I'm sorry.
we're gonna start a
That's-
movement, gentlemen.
That's out of control.
We're gonna start a movement.
We're coming for you.
Yeah, seriously though, fuck
Yeah,
those
that's right.
guys.
We are.
Yeah, so should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
Let's get Bill more upset. So, the movie opens up with the first actor to play Dumbledore sucking up all the lights on 4 Private Drive and dropping Harry off at the Dursley's house after his parents were murdered by Voldemort.
I still wonder, like, I feel like they could have come up with a better solution to like drop Harry off than to literally drop them off at like a breeding ground for serial killers. because if Harry didn't leave for Hogwarts, he would be a serial killer at this point. He would have murdered them. They'd be under the floorboards, and Harry would just be trolling around for fat people and would just be slaughtering them.
No, let's be honest. He would have just joined the IRA and blown up a trash can somewhere in the cow country. It's not. But the thing that really threw me off was that they had to invent this elaborate gadget that Dumbledore used just to suck out the lights, even though he carries a giant magical fuck wand in his pocket. And I'm not talking about his cock, Bill.
Be very clear.
Just getting that out of the way.
Bill's not going to say a word.
I'm going to be so uncomfortable this whole episode.
Well, you'll enjoy this, Bill. Richard Harris, who played Dumbledore, also played Marcus Aurelius in The Gladiator. Mm-hmm. How about that?
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yes, I remember that.
Yep.
He's the
Okay.
most lovable old man that ever walked the earth, almost.
I just like it because every time he talks, he sounds like he's on the edge of death.
Yes.
He
Right?
is so soft spoken. It sounds like he's going to croak. at any
Foreshadowing,
time.
maybe?
Spoiler alert.
Coincidence?
He's a fucking wizard Gandhi, dude. Like, that's what he inspires. I'm just like, yeah, I want to wear the robes and the diaper. I want it all. Let's do it.
Well, 10 years later, Harry's woken up from inside his cupboard bedroom by his cunty Aunt Petunia and his fatty, even more cunty cousin Dudley, who bitches his parents out for only having 36 presents this year when he had 37 the year before.
I really love that Vernon Dursley in this scene. Really, especially with the mustache Tim is sporting right now, really reminds me of Tim. He looks a lot like him.
Wow. Bill is coming at me hard right out of the gates.
Whoa.
Bill's got a lot of anger now. He's got to dispense it. He's got to
Does
eat.
Vernon Dursley,
Nobody for him to tackle.
Is he on keto? Did he lose 15 pounds? I don't think he did.
But he also doesn't like to read very much, so I feel like it's okay. Going one to one to for him.
Rebel's got me there. You got me trapped in a corner.
I think.
How am I getting out of this
Only
one?
one way
It's
out.
safe to. I think it's safe to say by looking at Vernon and Petunia that he clearly would eat both pieces of garlic bread as well.
Yeah. He would steal 2 more pieces of garlic bread to eat them.
It's probably.
Okay, kids. Do we have to separate you now? Do we have to separate you?
Also, I just want to point out if anybody ever came over to their house and they were like, "Oh, by the way, like we have a stepchild here, or whatever. Where does he sleep? Oh, he sleeps under the cupboard under the stairs." Whatever the version of like Department of Children and Family in England be like, these people are going to jail. You've been keeping this kid in 10 years in this cupboard? Are you kidding me?
Like, just flat out just abusing him. That's just child abuse.
It's child labor. It's slavery. I mean, like when they're having to make the breakfast. Bring the bacon, boy.
Yeah.
Don't burn it this time.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this is like a real thing that happens in like wealthy or like whatever homes, just like in America and Britain, everywhere. You have this person who just lives there, and they're like your slave, and no one knows about him. They can't leave, can't do anything. It's like this is for whatever reason. J.K. Rowling was like, this is very relatable, and this is fun. It's like this is slavery. J.K.
I think we can fully just maybe accept that J.K. Rowling doesn't have a good grasp on child safety laws, considering that Hagrid delivered Harry in a side satchel of a flying motorcycle. That's not an appropriate way to transport an infant.
Yeah, very true.
Bill, magic.
Hagrid's not supposed to do magic. You should know that.
But what if I didn't know that, Bill? Oh, God.
Yeah, well, then at the zoo, Harry has a heart-to-heart with the snake who talks back to him. Then the protection glass magically disappears and the snake breaks out while Dudley gets trapped inside.
The look on that kid's face is fucking priceless.
It's okay.
This fat, scared face makes me smile every time.
Especially the fact that
this
he's
day.
a Brit. That's actually really the best part.
I really enjoy it though when Harry's talking to the snake and Dudley comes running back over and just checks Harry to the ground. That is hilarious.
You think at some point during the series, spoiler alert, Harry never gets fucking ripped, but that he would like do a couple push-ups.
Yeah, he kind of is in prison. You'd think he'd like just start working out like a inmate, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it turns into De Niro's character and Cape Fear, just doing a bunch of like upside down sit-ups with a bunch of tattoos and shit. Just says,
That's what I'm saying, man.
Dudley all over him.
If Harry doesn't go to Hogwarts, he is De Niro's character in Cape Fear.
I never knew me mom and dad. It's just holding two decapitated heads.
Yeah. Right, Uncle Vernon, like puppeteering, like he's got his hand up his severed neck.
Yep. More tea, Aunt Petunia? Pouring out of the head.
And I was just like, that'd be awesome, actually. I'd love to see this version.
So Harry then gets a letter and another, which escalates to the point that the entire housing development is infested with owl shit, and it starts raining letters from the chimney, so the Dursleys get an Airbnb on a remote, rocky island.
Okay, so I have to say, the fact that Harry couldn't get one of those letters really speaks to his, like, just inability to be a human.
Yes.
I mean, he has to learn magic, because the fact that he couldn't just like grab a letter and then go lock himself in a room long enough to read it is mind-boggling to me.
Okay,
Some fucking great seeker you are, Harry.
Tim, you're going to hit on something that eventually we're going to tie together after we have 15 episodes getting through this entire series about how Harry is a fucking shitty student. He gets out of all the exams. He breaks all the fucking rules, and he can't even pick up a fucking letter when about 5,000 are dropped in the house.
Yeah. How you feel about that, Bill?
No, this is 100% agree. I mean, it's outrageous. It's like there's like game shows where you get stuck in like a glass box and there's a wind tunnel going around. You're just blowing tons of money and you have to grab as much money as you can. Like everyone comes out of that glass box with at least like $500 or $600 or something like that. Harry can't get one fucking letter. It is pathetic. What a fucking nerd. Grow up.
He would have just by like the sheer force of chance, like some letter would have got stuck in like a pocket somewhere. By the end of it, literally, like they're coming in. They're like, if they didn't open the fucking door, they all would have drowned in letters. Do you know what I mean? Like there are so many, and he's just such a classically stereotypical like this British kid who's like pale, sallow. He's like skin and bones. He can't do anything. It's just like, God, like reach for something in your life, you pathetic child.
I don't know. It's like Super Bowl week at a fucking strip club with all those pieces of letters and mail.
So I was going to keep this to myself, but director's cut. I got to see all the deleted scenes and shit in this. Play through, the whole movie or whatever. It was like 10 minutes of content. And they actually took this scene a little bit farther, where like the wife or the aunt or whatever it is cracking eggs open, and the letters are coming out of little eggs. And now it makes sense to me why they took it out, because if they knew that podcasts were coming down the fucking road and that us dickheads would be sitting here thinking about like, well, if they could put him in eggs and they could put it in his prostate, right? Like that's the progression.
Thinking ahead.
I mean,
Like Chris Columbus.
it does logically make sense.
It all checks out. All right. Then Hagrid, the friendly half-giant, breaks down the door, gives Harry a misspelled birthday cake, and then says, "You're a wizard, Harry. Bam! Take that, you fat piggy cousin. No one fucks with the H-Man's bacon goods."
Can we get an
Dun
instant
dun.
replay of
So
that?
you telling me that some British Chris Farley broke in here and took this little young boy away on a motorcycle?
He did.
Man, he's raped.
Oh god.
This scene, this scene really upsets me. They ruined this scene. I mean, like the whole thing where Hagrid, he comes in assuming that Harry knows he's a wizard and what Hogwarts is and everything. He's like, "Well, where do you think your parents learned it?" And then like Harry's just like, "What do you mean?" And he just like drops a hat and he was like, "Oh, let me explain everything to you." And like, I understand this is a movie for children, but the book is for children as well, and they did a lot better job filling that out. That was such a shitty transition.
Well, that actor never gets really angry in any of these movies, and in the books, he has a very short temper.
Right.
So he freaks the fuck out at the Dursleys, and they all cower in the corner. It's like, "You didn't tell him!" What?
Well, here's the other thing too that I think is like either this is Hagrid's fault or it's Dumbledore, whoever is like giving him this assignment. It's like they've literally sent like almost an infinite number of letters to this kid, so you know they're not giving it to him. So you know, like there must be like they're trying to hide it from him, right? So like, why would he know that? And why has no one been keeping tabs on this fucking kid for 10 years? Yes. If he's like the Jesus of wizards, right? Like this kid's the next thing. Why isn't anyone been watching him? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that nobody knows he doesn't know dick about magic. Someone might have wanted to intervene at some point, be like, "Oh, by the way, kid."
That's a really good point, because later you get the woman that lives next door who is watching him that we meet.
Yeah, Mrs.
Right.
Fig.
And I mean, did she just recently move in, or has she been there the whole time? And if she's been there the whole time,
whole fucking
then
time.
why was she not concerned about Harry like having bars on his windows when he and stuff like that?
Basically getting the shit kicked out of him the whole time. It's like the magical world throughout the books and the movie just are like so lackadaisical about like safety and just like common sense. Like things they think are normal are like totally batshit crazy. They're like, yeah, we can do that, no problem.
Yeah,
it's like, what? Why?
McGonagall couldn't just jump on top of a dumpster as a cat and look through the window just to check on him?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. 2 points. Number 1, Dumbledore works in mysterious ways. Number 2, Deep State. It's a fucking problem. And the Ministry of Magic isn't actually the seat of power. We got to get to the bottom of this. Pizzagate. We don't even want to talk about how that fucking went down in the wizarding world. All I'm saying is Butterbeer does not come from where you think it does.
Well, after this, Harry and Hagrid cut through the Leaky Cauldron pub and into the wizard shopping center that is Diagon Alley.
By the way, this is where Pizzagate happened in the wizarding world.
Just FYI. Again.
Yeah, just so you know, while we're taking this walk down memory lane.
It's up front.
Could you imagine though? I mean, so Harry found out like that the evening before. It's like morning now, right? That he's a wizard, and now he's in this world of like pure magic. Like, I mean, I'm not blaming whatever the actor, Daniel Radcliffe, whatever, but like my brain would have literally exploded. I would have like collapsed like a seizure.
Yes.
Even if you're like not even a big fan of magic or whatever, it's like your whole world has just been like fucking shattered, kid. It's like you've got to have a bigger physical reaction. Like you got to go limp for at least a week.
There should have been
go catatonic.
There should have been a real uncomfortable like racial moment when he was just staring at the goblins at Gringotts, and they were like, "You got a fucking problem? What are you looking at?"
That's right.
You're not pretty yourself there, sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just like have some trailer trash. Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, nobody's talking about that fucked up thing in your forehead. Stop looking at my crooked nose. Get the kid out of here. By the way, Diagon Alley at Universal Studios looks exactly like it does in the movie. Like, it's dead on.
Ugh.
It was very cool.
I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta check this.
I really enjoy the. I mean, they did a lot. I'll complain about a lot because that's basically what my entire life is. It's finding things to complain about. But they did a lot right with this movie, and Diagon Alley is one of them. Diagon Alley is really, really cool, really well done. Ollivanders is cool. Gringotts is cool. Like they did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Gringotts, Harry goes there afterwards, finds out he's fucking rich. And Hagrid takes out a little mysterious bag from an empty vault that will definitely not come back later in this movie.
Dun, dun, dun. Hagrid's a fucking moron. He's like, oh, I could never tell you, Harry, what's in there. Anyways, what's in the bag is, oh no, Hagrid, don't do it. Oh no. He's like a Monty Python character come to life.
Yeah. Also, Hagrid's like a bit of a drunk. You know what I mean? So like you could definitely get something out of him. You know what I mean? It's just like a flask of whiskey. You'd be like, all right, I'll give you a hint. I tell you.
Oh no, there's a wrong paper bag. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Philosopher's Stone's just at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
He's
no.
just sitting there. It's like, oh, you done it again, Hagrid.
Are you gonna get yourself out of this one, Hagrid?
It is genuinely concerning how much Albus trusts Hagrid and how many times Hagrid like blows things or like just messes things up entirely.
It's like Dumbledore's a pro athlete and he has like his dumb friend from home that he just can't seem to get rid of. Like he can't seem to like come to grips with the fact that he's a moron.
So I don't want to keep coming back to that Dumbledore works in mysterious ways, but actually I think that he's truly playing Moneyball through in this. He has all of Hagrid's stats. That's what's going on here. He knows. He can see the patterns. He can read between the lines as I hold my 3 fingers up staring at Bill. Can you read between the lines?
That's not very
He's a real Mark Bellhorn of the Wizarding World. Strikes out a lot, but he gets on base a lot.
Saying Dumbledore is like a Jonah Hill back there.
Yeah.
Crunching wizard numbers.
Just as awkward. Yeah, actually.
Harry then meets Ollivander at his at his wand maker shop and finds out that the wand that he chose. I'm going to repeat this, guys. Hold on. Let me do that again.
Bill, you got him off
Yes.
balance. It's good.
Reading, not good. At it. Harry then meets Ollivander at his wand maker shop and finds out that the wand that chose him has the same phoenix feather that Voldemort had at his wand. Oh, shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Harry doesn't know who the fucking Voldemort is at this point, so it doesn't even matter to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No one will tell him his fucking name.
Yeah.
That's the other problem.
know.
Oh, it's just some guy. You know, he who should not be named. Well, I don't know, but you know. No, actually.
Harry just blanks, goes, Hitler?
What? No. Why would you think Hitler?
What the? That's so fucked up.
No.
Get out of here, kid.
That's Squib? No.
Stalin? No, get out of here.
no.
Get the
Okay.
fuck out of here.
Wait, are you guys Nazis? Oh, God. Okay. Hey, listen there. It's a one. Go. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Why are there only like 2 black people in this entire school? You know. Anyway. You didn't answer the question. I didn't. Fast forward to platform 9 3/4 where Harry runs into Tim's cousins, aka the Weasley family. Then he meets his future dirt poor BFF Ron and second string BFF Hermione Granger on the train to Hogwarts.
Okay, something that I can never come to grips with. I do love these movies. They're very entertaining. The stories are great. The Weasleys are wizards. Why do they live in poverty? Why do they live in poverty?
I think it's a lifestyle.
So you think that they're like a derelict lifestyle?
Yeah.
That's what they're all about.
They like a house
wanna-
that kind of hangs over half cocked. You know, it's not it's a weird thing. I think it really is a lifestyle. Honest to God, they're gypsies.
They want to, they want to live like gypsy meth heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the only explanation because like they could conjure up any fucking palace they wanted,
Basically.
and they live in like that dog shit piece of dump.
But also,
Fucking large shoe.
after you have like fucking 13 kids, I don't think magic can even save your fucking bank account at that point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're Irish.
That was a not so subtle nod to them being Irish.
Yep.
Hey, look at the Irish out here. I can't fucking miss.
All right, I gotta jump in here. All right, first of all, Tim, if we're gonna start talking about their house, you're jumping to the second movie because we don't see their house until the second movie. And second of all, their house is fucking awesome. In all honesty, when you think about them as poor, you imagine that they're living in like a shoebox, and it's a fucking like 3 or 4 story house with like a giant kitchen, a dining room. It's just like it looks old, I guess, but then. I would also say that it's as big as it is because they have magicked it and they're not professionals at doing that. It's like kind of majiggered together and it's barely being held in like because they did it. That would be my assumption.
But here's the crazy thing though, but they're like good wizards, right? Like Mr. and Mrs. Weasley are like good at magic.
Yes.
So like why can't the two of you together, you two and they got older kids who are good at magic too. It's like, can you come fucking back here and just help us make it look like our house isn't going to collapse in on itself? Do you know what I mean? So we're not like the laughing stock in the magical neighborhood here. Like you already got a bunch of these dumbass kids here running around just being a bunch of goobers. You know, they're all unattractive, every single one of them, ugly as sin. You know, it's like, all right, we got to have something here. But yeah, them being poor and not being poor, I guess. I mean, like you have to have money at some point, but like the state of your home, yes, should be changed.
Yeah, they need to fix their curb appeal. They need to watch one of those wizarding gay brother shows. What the fuck they're called?
What are these ones?
Yeah, the two gay brother. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's just move on.
What is that show? I know the one you're talking about.
What,
The two
Queer
gay
Eye?
Canadian twins.
Yeah.
Well, they're not actually gay, but they seem like they're gay.
Yeah.
You know, we've gone down.
That's a tough road to go down.
Oh no.
Let's not. Let's go back to Deep State. Pizzagate is a little bit
I should
less
not have said
contentious.
that. I should not have said that.
Well, you know, they're
Oh, Hagrid.
Spoiler
so
alert.
You're a
magic,
charmer.
huh? Well, magic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. Well, also around this time, Harry meets his Aryan antagonist, Draco Malfoy.
Dude, I just want to. Draco, the entire movie looks like a snot rag. Also, why? What age are you legally allowed to put in hair gel? Like, there needs to be a regulation.
Like, I feel like if he went swimming, that would be a recordable amount of an oil spill. That is just disgusting what they have in that kid's head throughout that movie.
It's the whole movie. He looks like a fucking snot rag. Like you just blew your nose on him. I mean, He's pasty pale. He's got little specks of green and shit on him. And then if you leave him out too long, he turns fucking rock hard because of all the fucking gel in his hair.
It's like his parents took him to the bar and the bar was like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "You ever seen the movie Donnie Brasco?" Johnny Depp, Donnie Brasco.
Yep. Give me the Baron.
Yeah.
I want the Fugazi.
Yeah. I want all his hair cut the same length and then slick it back.
Then after this, you get the scene with the Sorting Hat who assigns each student to their house, and the hat can talk.
Huffle sluts!
We had so much fun with this. We got a group text. It just went on and on and on.
I know. I was away from my phone for like an hour, and I came back to like 30 texts. I was like, "What the hell is this?
Griffin horse.
Something serious has happened." I get back in there. It's just the raunchiest shit you can imagine.
I mean,
my
Hufflepuffs
God.
is kind of like it is kind of like the title of like a porn where like you see like, you know, college girls living in a sorority like having pillow fights. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like 70s porn where all of a sudden the jazz kicks in.
Yeah.
Anyways, can we pause for a minute?
I'll be right back.
But like Hufflepuff must have been like the first, you know, when you're thinking about this hat and how it's going to sound, like that sounds the best because you can hear like the leather flaps in this thing's like construction with the Hufflepuff. Like it's
How is
so
a horse-
bad.
How is a hat spitting?
Yeah.
It doesn't even have a tongue. Sniffering.
You don't want to know what Dumbledore does to me in After Hours.
Tell you what, A rabbit ain't coming out of this hat, tell you that much.
I would love it if the hat had a iced tea accent and pronounced the things wrong. Hufflepuff.
Ravenclaws.
Yeah. Rabbin boobs. What? Raven boobs.
Stitch me.
But like, if you insert though, like a couple other like hardcore shit into that same voice, it comes out pretty good. When it's just like Ravencock, like that's awesome.
Oh, John, that was very close to a subliminal Razorcock reference.
I'm not going to draw the parallels. I leave that to the audience.
That's the left hand of magic, Razorcock.
Oh God.
Yeah. By the way, in the real world, like the school would be made up of like 75% Hufflepuffs, right?
Yeah.
Just clumsy fucks like tripping over each other, just like doing selfies, and there'd be like seven like Ravenclaws and like 5 Gryffindors, and then everyone Slytherin would just be on a watch list.
Yeah, having been to England before, yeah, it's probably like 75% Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Like these people are just walking around, walking into buildings and stuff, just going to watch their favorite like soccer team or whatever, and then they're just getting blitzed and then falling over.
Coughing, not covering their mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
when you wake up in the morning, what says more like breakfast than baked beans and a fucking sausage?
Oh God, I love that breakfast. It's such a good breakfast.
If Oxford Town Football Club doesn't come up from League 7, I'm going to kill myself.
All right. Then you're introduced to the potions teacher, Professor Snape, who's a real dick and clearly has it out for Harry.
I don't know. I think he's just making a fashion statement. That's a very nice goth outfit.
Oh, it's fantastic.
goth.
He's got the cuffs and everything.
I love what he does with the sleeves too, where like he kind of like kicks them out or maybe tucks them back just a little bit. Oof.
If you walk into his office, he's just playing The Cure on.
Have you ever listened to the solo album from Morrissey?
Fantastic. It's just a constant. Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Smiths. It's the Cure. It's everything. Oh my God.
So Snape actually inspired me to rename Slytherin to Slithershins because that's what came to my mind when I saw him again come onto screen because I haven't seen the flick in a while. I was like, looks like his shins are slithering. I'm like,
Slithershins.
I'm telling you, dude.
Perfect.
They're all kind of slithery and I wished I was a Slytherin, but that wasn't what the test told me I was.
It has to be one of Alan Rickman's best roles. I mean,
Easily.
just terrific.
Easily.
Yeah.
Terrific.
He was handpicked by J.K. Rowling.
Was he really?
Yeah, and she gave him a bunch of spoilers about his character before she had finished the books, just so he would know how to play the character.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's
cool.
really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for them.
He was perfect. I'm just going to throw it out that he is probably the best cast actor like on the planet of any actor anywhere to play that role in every single way.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a broad claim that he was the best cast actor in movie history. And I was going to be like, John, we just watched 4 Lethal Weapons.
Tim, no, man, I don't cross you on that shit, dude.
Okay, good.
No, I don't fuck with you when it comes to fucking Lethal Weapon. I tried going down that path.
I'll fucking Hufflepuff the shit out of you.
Ravenclaw your eyes out. Yeah. A little bit later, Harry discovers that he's really good at riding a broomstick.
As long
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Deep State.
Just the way I wrote it.
that is going to be some of the worst CGI. I mean, just it's
God.
so bad.
But
All of it.
well, my whole problem with it is the fact that fucking Neville, like, he gets in trouble even though he's the first to actually get the broom, like, to go up. He does the thing correctly.
He gets smacked in the face though.
Well, in the end, but
No,
I think
he
he have
was-
a shitty fucking broom teacher.
Whoa! How dare you say that about Madam? Oh shit! I forget her name. Pomfrey.
Oh,
Pomfrey.
my God.
Pomfrey?
Jesus
We
Christ,
gotta pile on, guys.
Fucking pile on.
You idiot! You don't know it. You don't remember Madam Stinkpuss? Fucking idiot.
Hooch. Is it Madam Hooch?
Is.
Yeah,
I
Stinkpuss.
said
Like I said. Come on, Ben. Don't sit on that broom. All right, well, some shit happens. Yeah, the kids then stumble into the third floor where a three-headed dog is standing over a trapdoor. What's that all about?
That's where they.
We'll find out later.
Well, Harry
Find out next time.
Harry makes some pretty immediate, outrageous jumps of logic to immediately blame Snape. I mean, that is an absurd progression that he goes through with absolutely no factual evidence.
You're on to something there, Bill, because he literally goes to, this is a huge, massive fortress castle, and of course Snape is here to go into this specific room.
I think like throughout the movies, and I'm assuming that everyone listening to this has fucking seen the movies. Throughout the movies, you find that Harry's quite an emotional lad. He's the Frodo Baggins of Harry Potter. You know, I mean, he's just like, he's very emotional.
Yeah.
He needs his friend Sam a lot.
And he doesn't. And the unfortunate thing is he doesn't have a Samwell.
Yep, he's got nobody to suck him off because Ron's straight.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Ron's straight dumb. Ron can't think of a damn thing. I was going to say, absolutely useless the entire time. He is the most useless character. I just remember people would always just be like, no, he's like a good friend. He's like endearing. And I remember all the girls that I knew in college that loved like these books. They really thought they were really high on him. And I'm like, you are all trash. And I need to make sure, one, that I never talk to any of you ever again. Because this is just a bad sign of like who you like, what do you value, like qualities in like people. It's like, no, he's ugly and he's not good at anything really. He's just kind of blends in.
Kind of spiteful.
Blends into the background. Yeah.
Well,
God.
Preble, he's such a good friend that as soon as Harry is like kind of ostracized in the second and third and fifth books, he immediately kind of like abandons him.
I got to talk to these other guys that are in the same house as we are, but definitely not you. So best of luck there. Yeah. It's just like, and Hermione's a little too smart.
No, she's a no.
Yeah.
She's a
little
no.
too smart for this.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. She sucks.
Yeah, Bill and Tim would not get along well with Hermione in school. She would fucking hate Bill and Tim.
When she comes into the train and she goads Ron into doing that terrible rat spell that doesn't work, and then she's like, "Well, if that's a spell, it's clearly not a very good one." They're like, "Fucking get out of here, bitch! Who the fuck are you coming in here asking about toads and then making fun of my spell? Get the fuck out of here!"
Hermione reminds me of this particular girl that we went to high school with or went to school with that I'll not name, but I remember like this one time when it was senior year and we were in history class, like some dumb history class that like no one even cared about because we were all about to graduate, and Maddie made some like ridiculous claim, and I just like very politely said, I don't know if that's true, and she flipped out on me. She's like tore me apart from like she was like, no one even likes you, and I'm just like in front of the entire class. I was like, Jesus Christ. Fucking Christ. I said her names.
Yeah, you did. I was going to say, yeah. We didn't say her last name, so we're all square.
Like she went like on a 5-minute rant about how terrible I was, and I was like, oh my God, like I had no idea I bred so much hatred inside of you. Where did this come from?
How many?
Yeah, but that's really on point.
How many
though.
mass shooters do you think you've created, Tim?
How many mass shooters?
Tim was definitely on a watch list. As one.
I know I created one perspective one.
I'm only responsible for myself.
Just kidding, FBI. That's not true.
All right, well then a Halloween dinner. Stuttering Professor. All right, is it Quill or Quirrell? How do you say his name?
Quirrell.
Quirrell.
But it was Quill.
Squirrel, yeah.
Quirrell.
Quirrell. Oh, like a squirrel.
Quirrell.
Like squirrel.
Okay. Professor Quirrell runs out of the Great Hall and passes out, but right before that, screaming about a troll that's on the loose. And oh my God, Hermione doesn't know that because she's been crying in the bathroom all day and the troll's there with her.
Okay, we're going to get to this, but really, at the end of the day, why is the defense against the dark arts teacher a fucking sissy?
I think it's an act.
Well, I think it is too, but he presumably put on that same act when he got hired, because Dumbledore would be confused as to why this person is now like a completely different human being if he wasn't. I think that it's to do in part. I mean, like in the second one, you have Gilderoy Lockhart, who's clearly like a piece of shit sham, and like you would assume Dumbledore can see that. Like I think that they can't really get people to fill the position because it's cursed. Right? Yeah. That's probably the assumption?
That's the reason. No, that is the reason. Yeah. Later on, Voldemort curses the position because he wanted the job, and Dumbledore said no.
Should have read the books.
Dang shit.
Volda who?
Wait, what's happening here?
Volda, what's it?
But then there's also a flashback in one of the books, too, later on, that Dumbledore's talking to Snape, and he says, like, keep an eye on him for this year. See, he knew he was up to something. He just wanted him close to him.
Yeah, I kind of got the impression that, like, Dumbledore throughout this entire, like, all the books and all the movies is playing 3D chess.
Yeah.
Like, he knows the eventual outcome of all this.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, playing the movie.
So it's been a while since I've watched this movie. And I think I read the books since the last time I saw this movie, and it was weird. I think that Dumbledore is preparing Harry for sacrifice from like the very, very beginning, and to watch it with that mindset is kind of fucked up and dark. Like it is really weird to know that, to look at it and be like, Dumbledore probably knows that Harry is going to have to die. And like that is not.
He does know. He
arguably doesn't know until the diary in the second movie. But even starting then, that's still a dark time. Like you're talking about a 12-year-old that you're like, all right, sure, let's kill him. Let's kill him.
So, Bill, I was gonna bust this on you on the 15th episode, but after I put lipstick on the pig and have my way, we're gonna eat it.
Perfect analogy for Harry Potter.
Good.
Bingo bango.
You can have your pig and eat it too.
Fucking right, you can.
But it is weird, right? Like looking back at all this stuff, like these books seem so like innocent, and then it's like later on you realize like Dumbledore is just this like absolute like kind of like psychopath. Like, hey man, for the greater good, I don't know what to tell you. Like we gotta kill him, so if I have to sacrifice this 12-year-old child, and I'm definitely going to do it. And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's marinated him in this book, in this movie.
I gotta get him ready. You gotta prepare him.
Well, what the fuck did we all think? The whole series was invented by somebody who didn't even have teeth when the idea came up. There's going to be some dark shit.
Are you just like throwing things out there to confuse us? Like, what are you talking about?
No, I didn't think that J.K. Rowling like had teeth. I thought she was like homeless and like the whole fucking bit.
He's got no teeth.
Oh, John.
I'm not gonna read a book from a toothless bitch.
I thought you were saying she was like a drug addict or something like that. I don't think so. God, that'd be dark.
I thought that was a slam on British culture and their bad dentistry.
No, I am extremely tolerant and love all people except for people who don't tolerate other people and the Dutch. Okay,
madam, this book is written on napkins and you have no teeth.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to fact check me on that one, but I
all right, we'll get our crack team to check it out. We'll fill you guys in next week.
I gotta ask, why? All right, I'm gonna get us back on track here. In the scene,
thank you, Bill.
Why did Hermione have to concoct a lie about her going after the troll? Why couldn't she just say, I was upset and in the bathroom and they came and found me?
Yeah, exactly. I thought the same thing, Bill. I was like, this is just a needless lie. It kind of shows what kind of fucking psychopath Hermione is. Like she's just concocting needless lies for the fun of it.
Yeah, what were they gonna get in trouble for being in the girls' room? It's like there's a fucking 12-foot troll in here.
Right. Yeah.
They broke the fucking quarantine, dude.
The quarantine.
Well, not like quarantine. I couldn't think of the word, so I just decided to use that. Everyone was on fucking house, on lockdown until they figured it out, and they didn't listen to everybody, and they ran away. So they would have gotten in trouble for that. But yeah, Hermione, manipulative. definitely. She did this for ultimate gain to, one, be considered a great friend to the people that she doesn't even have any friends, and to the teachers, so that way they could get some points.
I like that. She's actually telling this lie purely to manipulate Ron and Harry into being her friends. I can see that. And Ron-
Lock her up. Lock her up.
She's got pizza everywhere. And she's just luring people.
Why is there so much pizza in this bathroom?
God damn mudblood.
We're going to build a wall. Watch your mouth life, Bill.
How dare you?
Good stuff. Good
Great.
content.
Quality.
Cut to Harry's first Quidditch game. Exquisite. Where it looks like the old bad guy Snape is trying to bewitch Harry off his brand new Nimbus 2000 broom, but Ron and Hermione set fire to his robes, which distracts him. Then Harry swallows the snitch to win the game.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. It's probably not gonna be received well by someone on this podcast. Quidditch is the dumbest game that has ever been conceived.
Whoa.
Can someone explain this to me? Why do they play the regular game? If the game ends when you catch the snitch because you get 150 fucking points and the game ends, what's the fucking point of playing the rest of the game? Just have all the players try and catch the snitch. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm with Bill.
In book 4, when Bulgaria plays Ireland in the Quidditch World Cup, Ireland wins even though Bulgaria caught the snitch because they had scored so many points leading up to it. Games can last up to 2 months, Tim. Do you know how many points you can score in 2 months? A lot.
Also,
It's a dumb
we're
game. It's like
we're talking
cricket.
about the pros versus fucking like high school football. Like, it's just, of course, we're seeing like the shitty dregs of the sporting wizarding world, you know?
Absolutely.
So yeah, the games are going to suck. No one's going to be able to fucking score.
Yeah, nobody's kicking an extra point. They're all going for 2.
They're not.
Here's my
They're
analogy.
not. It's okay. Here's the difference. Okay, Tim, are you sitting?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the crazy good athletes on one end, and then you got everybody else on the other end. You want to know the difference between the two?
Sure.
Okay, so the crazy good athletes, they're going for the pussy. The other ones, they're just settling for a blowy.
What is happening right now?
How did we get from here to there?
John, I don't understand what
Deep
you've
state.
done.
I feel like I'm in Team America World Police, where the drunk guys.
You got your chick, pussies, and assholes.
Exactly.
Then sometimes you get your dick and your pussy all covered in shit.
That actually sums up my argument very well. Appreciate that.
I like how Tim asks, why do they play Quidditch if you win with 150 points for catching the snitch? And then John goes, well, you know, some guys want to get fucked and the other ones want to get blowjobs. Like, what?
So you're gonna get look. Just think of it this way. So you got one hand, you got blowjobs. The other hand, you got hand jobs, and then you put them together, you get sex. So that's pretty good.
Knuckle babies.
Wait, what?
Knuckle babies.
What's happening? Yeah. Yeah, but that being said, I do think I just don't understand. Like, I mean, it's like 150 points does seem like it's just such a huge game shifter, right?
Yes.
It just seems like you could like really suck, right? Like you could be just getting your ass beaten in, but you just have this one. It's just like, I don't know. It's like a quarterback in like the NFL. Like if he's just like so fucking good, then like you'll just win the game. But this thing is like out of control.
Or, for example, you have someone who just gets lucky and catches the thing in his mouth.
Yeah.
Also, not only does he catch it in his mouth, for some reason he gets up onto the broom, starts edging along it like he's on like the side of a building,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
tries to reach out. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
That'll make you go faster.
Just ridiculous.
You
Makes
know,
no
Are there any-
sense.
I know. It's just like,
Are there any parallels between Quidditch and cricket?
Yeah, they're both boring as shit.
Yeah, there's that.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, if they last 2 months long, I mean, they're pretty.
I guess that's
yeah, I
the
was gonna
only
say,
one.
that's
Yeah.
probably the closest.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Americans really understood the analogies to those cricketers, and they were just like, no, thank you, never ever going to be interested in cricket.
Why do I have the feeling that we're going to turn cricketers into a slur by the end of this?
Aren't they already?
Oh, there I go, grabbing my mouth about racial shit again.
That's going to be a fucking audio button from now on. I should not have said that. I should not.
Insert Purple Ground. I shouldn't have said that.
Man, it's coming. It's coming.
I had when he first said that in the movie, I was like, man, that should be the tagline of Hold My Popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Should not.
Speaking of blabbing and stuff, Hagrid tells the kids that whatever's under that trap door is between Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel. But who is Nicholas Flamel? We'll find out later.
Hagrid's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He's just so dumb.
He just so happens to be able to just like dominate dragons with his bare hands. Like there's a value there, but yeah, he's definitely not tactically useful.
Right. But this is another thing. If you think of like in the long game, if you know that Dumbledore like needs Harry to die to kill, and he's like, oh, maybe it's him. And if he knows that, then he's like also using Hagrid for being like a dummy.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, you keep talking to him because I know you're kind of stupid and you'll just say something. It's like, oh my God, this guy is so Machiavellian. He's like playing like 3D chess. You got all these like, we got like these dumb 11-year-olds and this big goofy giant. No one knows anything about anything. He's like, good.
Is Dumbledore the real villain?
I think
there are arguments.
He is like such a weird character. Oh God.
All right, well, then out of nowhere, the season changes and it's snowing on Christmas Day as Harry wakes up the presents for the first time in his life and also receives his dad's invisibility cloak from an unknown person.
Okay, they fucked up this invisibility cloak. It's supposed to look like a pool of mercury when you're like, when it just spills out.
You handle a lot of uncontrolled mercury, do you, Jim?
So I'm very much up on the hazmat regulations, and provided I hold my breath, it's usually okay.
I also have that on my bed right now.
No comment.
So Harry goes to a restricted section of the library with a cloak and scampers away from Fletch's Squib, trying to be a practice hero. But then Harry runs straight into Snape, who's threatening Quiditch about loyalty.
Yeah.
And then Snape's spidey senses start... Loyalty. Then Snape's spidey senses start tingling, which makes Harry run for cover when he comes across an old golden mirror where he sees himself with his parents, and then a little bit later, Dumbledore explains that the mirror shows your deepest desires and tells Harry that it can drive people mad, and he plans on moving it the next day, so he better not look for it.
So let's go around the circle. And what's everyone's deepest, darkest desire?
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Well, Tim, we already know yours. Last time you looked in the mirror, I got that front and center, but
That's a good point. Yeah. John knows what I see. Look, it's
Tim on a noose.
I got that basically blackout drunk at a fucking deli in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was ugly. All right, moving on.
Well, you know what?
Nobody wants to talk about any of this. All right.
You know what I just realized is that like that happens halfway through the school year. And we learn that the mirror is like an integral part of the protection system of the stone. So does that mean that like for at least half the school year, that layer of the trap or whatever protection system wasn't in place? It must.
Wait, hold on. Can you?
I guess so. Yeah,
hold on.
Like they're assembling it throughout the year.
That is you. If you're going to move the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone to Hogwarts, you think you would have that stuff like ready to go in place.
You get the distinct impression that like Homer Simpson's working at Hogwarts. This is like in charge of the security.
We'll put it this way: luck is a factor.
It's pronounced nuclear. That'd be hilarious. But, well, isn't it the whole thing, right? Because they realize like someone tried to steal the stone, so I think now they're like, all right, we need more than this dumbass dog.
Yeah.
Right. Just sitting on top of this, we need like more shits. I feel like they're like throughout the year they're like keep going, create these things, but I like the idea of Homer Simpson running.
I like Homer Simpson being charged security better.
You think that Fluffy was the only thing guarding the stone initially until the troll?
Oh, I don't know if that's true. I mean, they may have had like something else, but I think right because then what's his face? Spoiler for the people, but like right when Quirrell tries to get in there while the troll's out or whatever. They realize that, right? Isn't that like a point where they're like, oh yeah, like someone tried to do it before, so like they're like, we should add more stuff.
And that's a red herring with Snape with his leg all cut up because they think Snape was the one who did it.
I don't want to think about Quirrell getting into anything. Really, first thing, but second, they already had, a spoiler alert once again, the giant evil chessboard and the man-eating fucking plant from a fucking horror novel. Like that was already there, and then of course the keys.
I want to know, but before the mirror, was it just like on the floor once you walk through that last door? It's just in the brown bag still.
I mean,
right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, that was easy.
They definitely took it the wrong way when they said, when you build it, they will come. I mean, you hide it. You don't build a big temple for them to find it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shortly after this, Hermione pulls out a little 2,000-page book that she had some light reading with and tells the boys that Nicholas Flamel made the Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stone, which can make the beholder become immortal.
Doesn't it also, like, turn anything into gold?
Yeah.
Yes.
It turns any metal into gold.
What a strange little, like, it does two things, but one of them doesn't even, like, factor in. Who cares?
Wouldn't that be like, be like the alchemist's stone or something?
Well, Nicholas Flamel is an alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understood.
That's kind of what they base it off of.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. Yep. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I'm the only one who's going to thank
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's pronounced nuclear. So the kids run to Hagrid's hut to tell him that Snape's trying to get the stone to bring back Voldemort, but he doesn't believe them. Then he pulls out a dragon egg and it hatches.
That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
And he takes it really
though.
well. I mean, you don't just hatch a dragon. And the kids do take it really well, actually, is really what I mean.
Yeah.
Hagrid's like a camp counselor that like is like, hey, like trying to make friends with like the kids because none of the other counselors like him, and he's like, hey guys, I got some fireworks. You wanna come over and see it?
I was thinking
He,
more.
like, lights him off and like blows off with a thumb. Like, oh god, don't tell Dumbledore, okay?
Get my umbrella! Get my umbrella!
Oh my God.
Which is the nuts thing too, because
You just broke Bill.
I love that. That's perfect. Don't tell Dumbledore.
oh god, he's the only thing I got here. Without this, I'm flat out on my ass. It's like, oh my god.
I've already got 2 strikes against me.
Nobody wants to go back to Wales.
I was thinking Hagrid's more like the Joe Exotic in the witching world. It's just, my name is Hagrid, I'm 9 feet tall, I smell like shit, and I'm getting sued by some bitch down in Florida.
Exactly. I am gay.
Imagine before fucking Dumbledore saved him and put him through rehab, what Hagrid looked like.
Oh my god, dude.
Or it could be the other way around.
Oh,
Dumbledore got him on the sauce.
I could see Dumbledore
Turns into
having
a real
knee
Barney.
problem.
Or you know what it could be? Like Dumbledore kind of could be like a beatnik junkie, and like Hagrid's his dealer.
That's why I talk so slow.
Yeah,
Just constantly in a nice buzz.
It's just on heroin constantly.
Hagrid's his source to that giant junkie junk.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the ectoplasm from the dragon egg. That's what really gets you going.
Paul Bowles got me onto this in Tangier.
Yeah, but during this whole time, Malfoy's spying on the kids, and he snitches on the good guys and lose 50 points each. But Malfoy also loses 50 points because snitches get stitches, and I'm not talking about Quidditch.
I actually really like that they did that, where they're like, yeah, okay, so you guys got caught, lesson, don't get caught. Second thing, don't be a fucking snitch. Like, as you said, snitches get stitches. I love that they did that. That's how Hogwarts is. Hogwarts is that gangster.
It's not what happened at all. I don't like this depiction. You're warping J.K. Rowling's work. This is gross.
Well, then explain it, Bill.
Gross.
Bill.
McGonagall is just a thorough, by the rules kind of woman, and she's like, the three of you clearly out of bed, detention, you lose points. Also, Malfoy, I don't give a shit what your intentions were. You were also out of bed. Fuck you, detention for you. These are just, it's not like, oh, you snitched, you're going to get detention. It's, you were also out of bed. I don't care what your fucking excuse was. Bullshit, you're out of bed. Detention. And I also don't think that he lost points. At least in the movie, that didn't happen. I don't think McGonagall can take points away from. Can she take points away from Slytherin?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, you can take
every
points away from
teacher can
anybody.
take points away from shit.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you
hold the
idiot.
fuck on. Hold the fuck on. Wait, I came on to this fucking episode terrified of you. Like anything I say is going to be under a fucking microscope, and now you don't even know that all teachers can take points away from whatever house they choose.
Well, they can't expel people from the school unless they're the head of their house.
Okay.
So I assume that was the same for points. I mean, wouldn't Snape just be constantly be taking points away from Gryffindor then?
Well,
He does. He does constantly.
Yeah, I guess he does. You're right. Doesn't
And he constantly gives Slytherin points for getting questions right. He's like, someone's like, the question's wrong. It's like, minus 50 Gryffindor. Someone gets the question right. 100 points Slytherin. All right, well, so for detention punishment, Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Malfoy are sent into the Forbidden Forest with Hagrid when they stumble across a cloaked figure drinking unicorn blood who's about to attack Harry after pussy-ass Malfoy runs away. But then a centaur runs in to save the day and explains to the kids that anyone who steals and drinks unicorn blood will become immortal but cursed.
This centaur talks like what I would imagine a big regal dog would say, like, "Human, you have come here. This is not safe for you. Get out." Like that.
This is like a Hogwarts Dare commercial. Don't do drugs, kid.
Don't drink unicorn blood.
Unicorn blood, not once.
Not even once.
Not even once.
It's McGruff the Dragon.
Insert video of little Max. If you do unicorn blood one time, you'll die.
Yep.
Just
Exactly.
say now. Yeah. Trust me, I know. I'm dead.
You see
I'm a
these
half-life.
eyes?
Nothing behind him. So the kids ask Hagrid who sold him the dragon egg, and they discover that the same hooded figure got Hagrid shit-faced and learn that you just need to play music to the three-headed dog Fluffy, and he'll fall asleep.
Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Shouldn't have. Again, just dumb as shit. Just dumb.
Oh, the nuclear codes? Okay, it's 725.
Yeah.
This whole
Thing, no one ever guessed it. I came up with myself. It's 1111.
Yeah.
Easy to remember. No one would ever guess it. I just told you, didn't I?
Damn it.
Shit. All right, well, there's no time to waste as the kids head to the trapdoor and find that the dog's already asleep. Oh, shit. But then the dogs wake up. Oh, fuck. But then they're able to make it through in the nick of time, and they're faced with the Wu Tang 36 chambers of magical challenges. Include plants, flying keys, and a game of human chess.
Oh my God, if we were bringing Wu Tang into this shit, dude, I would have fucking been ready. Wu Tang.
Wu Tang?
36 chambers of death, kid. Method Man's favorite probably would have been the man-eating plant. So the wizard's chest.
I'll fucking sew your ass shut with a bunch of plants and keep on feeding you and feeding you.
Man, I'm gonna cut your eyelids off and feed you nothing but sleeping pills. God.
I'm gonna take this flying key, heat it up to about like 150,000 degrees, stick it on the ass like.
I know we've talked about this before, and I've said this before. I still don't understand this reference. I don't understand this at all.
Well, you need to enter the 36
Bill, you couldn't
chambers of
even name a
Wu-Tang, Bill.
DMX song for us last time we tried going down the hippity hop train. So
This is true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We do touch on Wu-Tang about every 20 episodes.
in Bill's defense, fair enough. Sorry, Bill.
So the kids overcome the challenges as Harry discovers that the MJ man in the mirror is poor old stuttering Professor Quirrell, who mocks Quirrell, who mocks his fake stutter and does a bunch of villain exposition about Snape looking like the bad guy, but really just being the red herring.
So back on the chess thing, though, I feel like I have an issue with the fact that they would trust Ron to be the chess master here. I would never trust as someone with red hair. No, you never trust anyone with red hair to play chess.
It makes sense, right? Even though they're like the story tries to like, oh no, this is like the thing he's good at is like the one non-magical thing, right? He like sucks at every other type of magic, but he can like play chess kind of good. I'd still be like, you know what, Hermione, why don't you get in there, huh? Take a couple hacks, huh?
You're smart.
This is the movie in general. They're not the actors, the child actors aren't bad. This is horrendous child acting. Like this scene of like Hermione's exposition at the end, and like Ron getting all flustered when he gets hit by the sword from the horse and everything. I mean, everything about this scene is just really, really painful. So bad.
Yeah.
This was
That's
a
why I
world.
kind of glazed over it all.
This is just this was return to the 1950s, a world recovering from 9/11, and anything was a go back then.
What?
I don't understand what John is saying.
It'll click. 20.
I thought if I just said like, yeah, we could move on. Like, yeah, okay, sure.
John is just like, listen, guys, go with it.
Listen,
Just go with it.
9/11. Enough said.
The roofie's gonna kick in a minute, and you just go with it.
John's been on the absence train for a couple of days now.
Yeah, the absent thing is actually wearing on me a little bit. But no, what I'm trying to do is play into Dumbledore works in mysterious ways. Everything I've said is going to help decode a special decoder ring and little fucking cheat sheet that I'm going to mail everybody after this is done.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
All right. Then an evil forehead-pounding voice whispers, "Use the boy," as Harry sees himself holding the Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stone, which falls in his pocket. Then Quiditch removes his turban, and oh my god, Voldemort's face is on the back of his head.
Oh, good.
So my wife pointed this out, and I have to agree with her. I think, he who shall not be named, good old, VD, shouldn't, he would have looked better with a nose.
He had a nose in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of something there.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that he had a nose in this.
Spoiler alert, he loses his nose at some point for, we don't know why. It just disappears when he gets a body.
Yeah.
So if you see Quirrell, first question I'm asking him, right, is what's under the turban? First question I'm asking him.
Yeah.
What's under the turban?
What's the deal?
You're wearing your outfit's ridiculous, that turban's ridiculous. What's under there? I know it's something.
And I gotta say, like I get it, like that Voldemort has to like attach to something living to like, survive, but that really seems like you're fucking asking for it by just slapping yourself on the back of this dude's head that he's just kind of wandering around there. It's like, because even like the books and stuff, they're always like talking about people are trying to like knock it off, like throwing snowballs at him and shit. It's
right.
like, good God, dude, like you're just one goofy ass, like either like just, slip or fall away from just everyone realizing, oh my God, there's some dude living on the back of your head.
What the fuck is that?
It's like take a page out of Total Recall, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Queen, 2 weeks, third reactor. Oh my God.
How much better would it have been if Voldemort was on his stomach?
Dude, that would have been hilarious.
Or if Voldemort was, in his nether regions, and then Harry was like, "Oh, okay, I see where this is going."
Yes, House Slytherin, I get it. Okay.
Dear.
Okay, yeah. This is all okay.
Vernon introduced me to this. I know what I'm supposed to do here. All right.
Hey, talks like a snake, looks like a snake. Guess what?
Yeah. That's why you call it a snake eater. Okay, I get it. All right.
What? How about the worst lie in the history of lies when he's asked what he sees in the mirror? How about you say what you saw in the mirror for fucking every night for 2 months? Your parents.
Yeah, sure.
Like, what the fuck did you have to make up something for? You saw something in that mirror a ton for weeks on end. Why did you lie? Just fucking say that. I see my parents.
Hermione's rubbing off on him.
Oh,
It's even worse than Dumbledore's socks.
Well,
I see a nice pair of socks. What?
I feel like this scene was a gift to parents around the world just to be able to spot child lie bullshit.
All right, so Quirrell runs over to choke Harry, but he crumbles to stone the second he touches him. And then in some shitty 90s style slow motion, Harry passes out after Voldemort turns into a dust mummy and attacks him.
Yeah, that was weird. That was super weird.
It was not good.
Yeah,
That wasn't good at all.
Don't really get it.
Nope.
It's kind of dumb, stupid, bad.
That was bad, okay.
Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaguar balls.
Okay.
That's what John sees in the mirror. I'm holding a nice pair of Jaguar balls.
God, guys, you don't
Just
even know.
resting
You know
on his forehead.
well, you know the little. Never mind. I'm not even going to hold it up.
Well, then Harry wakes up to Dumbledore explaining to him that only someone who doesn't plan on using the stone for personal gain could obtain it. And his mother's sacrifice of love set a spell where Voldemort wouldn't be able to touch Harry.
Yeah, see, all right, I got to jump in here because this really pissed me off. It was like in the book, I feel like they did a fairly reasonable job of making like her sacrificed put an old magic spell, a spell that like Voldemort can never understand because he doesn't understand love and he doesn't like research that kind of magic. Like, and it kind of makes sense. It's it's whatever. She just says whatever she wants. It's because it's a story that's not actually based on anything, but it kind of makes sense. In the movie, he's just like, yeah, your mother died and she loved you. So whenever anybody touches you, they fucking burn up into stone. The fuck? What do you mean? Like, you didn't explain anything. Nothing about that makes sense. Like, she loved you. Don't worry about it, kid. Shut the fuck up.
Just ruffles his hair and leaves. He's like, what?
That's the perfect accent for it. Some like dumb New Jersey. Hey, get out of here! You know, yeah, your mom loves you anyways. Go get some gabagool, okay? Yeah, man, get out of here. Go
Hey,
play
say
some
hi to your mother
stickball.
for me. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Oh god, I really fucked that one up. I'm so sorry.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh damn.
Anyway, here's a nickel. Go get a stick of gum.
Get yourself something nice. So was there a better explanation in the book, though? Because that I cannot recall.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what was the explanation in the book, though?
It was like I said, it was that when she died, she like kind of enchanted him with old magic that was based on love. Her sacrifice like enchanted him with I can't exactly remember, but it's an ancient form of magic that was based on like strong emotions. And it's something that Voldemort would never have studied and researched because that's just something that he doesn't care about exactly because
He doesn't care because they have arguments later on in the series in which he's like, oh, your stupid love like philosophy, you know that doesn't work. And Dumbledore's like, that's what you think.
Ah.
Yes.
It's all coming back now.
Okay, well, then the movie wraps up with the end of the year feast where Slytherin is announced as the House Cup champions, but then Dumbledore awards Gryffindor as a champion with some totally non-biased last-minute points to Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Goofy Neville for being brave and saving the world.
Dumbledore, Tim Donahue's it. Concocts a win to pay out his bookies. To pay out his dealer. Hagrid sitting behind him, giving him like, I'm going to give you a fucking knuckle sandwich, baby.
Yeah, the thing that you forgot is that Dumbledore then just runs into his car and drives away.
Yeah.
Look, I don't even care. Look, it's reasonable to give them points for what they did. Why the fuck did he wait until the halls were all decorated and like he announced all the scores? You know, like
My God,
Yeah, the
Bill, I
balloons are
know.
in the rafters.
Here's the final score. Slytherin's the champion. Congratulations, but wait, you suck. You're not. Here's the real scores. Yeah.
Honestly,
All right, kiss the trophy.
it only works if it was Slytherin. In any of the other houses, it would have been a thing, but it's like, no, really, fuck you guys. Like, y'all suck.
It is unbelievable though, right? That's what I mean. Like Dumbledore is like a stone cold psychopath. He's like, this will make me feel good. I'll be able to feel something finally.
But also, like,
he's just
I'll
like,
rip
oh my
this
God.
joint away from these children.
what does it say about the school?
Today we're all...
The school has one faction that just so happens to produce like the one guy who almost destroyed the world. And then all the other
All
criminals.
the white supremacists are in this one group.
Yeah. Again, watch list. It's the only reason why they're still there.
Yeah, it's like the Harvard of Hogwarts.
There would be so many howlers sent from parents bitching about how unfair Dumbledore was for giving his own house 160 points to win. The last second.
Yep.
Parents would be freaking the fuck out.
Wait, you gave a kid 10 points for standing up to his friends? He didn't do anything. He was
He fell
totally
down.
weird about
60
it.
points.
You fell down immediately.
Gave him
Lost.
60
Guys.
points for that.
Guys, we just stumbled across an entire mini
Did he?
episode of just how
That was 10.
wizarding parents would behave in the real world. We're just gonna give the mic to Bill and just let him run with it. Like,
I mean, I feel the only wizarding parents we see are the Weasleys, Luna Lovegood's crazy ass dad, the Malfoys, and Cedric Diggory's dad. Like, that is not a good representation of what's going on in the parenting world.
Or is it?
I mean, I guess it is an entire culture that just pawns their children off year to year to a boarding school, so they don't actually have to learn to get to know them. So
Yeah,
there's something there.
This is true.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Way it should
think
be.
of it, though. Think of all the wizarding sex you can have now. I mean, with the kids out of the house.
Do some
Yeah,
freaky
man.
shit.
That's true.
Oh my god.
You really got to think about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, the movie
Who are
ends.
kidding? They're British. They still have missionary sex.
I hear they make eye contact. That is not the frontier lifestyle. let me tell you.
Gross. That is disgusting, and I don't want to hear about it. That's gross. Eye contact. Filthy mongrels.
All right. Well, the movie ends. That's it.
With
Yeah,
that
what
train.
about the train
Whoa.
scene where Harry says that this is home? Or
Who
whatever?
gives a fuck about the train?
How dare you mention that?
Honestly, Bill, fuck the train.
This is my show. I said the movie's over.
This is my home, Hagrid. This is my home. All right, Harry, you're moving a little too fast here. Okay, we just made out once.
Oh boy, the last guy that said that ended up killing a whole bunch of people.
What about the train? Go on.
Well, that's just it. We basically just said everything.
Yeah,
We
that's
kind of
kinda
covered it. That was it.
All right. Train. Movie ends. Time for trivia. All right. Here's some trivia facts. Steven Spielberg was the first choice to direct a movie, but he wanted to make it an animated movie with Haley Joel Osment doing the voice of Harry. So he eventually backed out, and they went with Chris Columbus as the director since he had already made family movies like Home Alone and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Great choice.
Yeah. I
Good
don't-
choice.
I don't
Yep.
love
Yeah.
everything that Columbus did with this, but an animated movie by Steven Spielberg would have been fucking awful. It would have been.
Especially in 2001.
That would have been Spielberg's like fucking first straight to DVD movie.
Yeah, it would've been
I mean, it would have been
that-
literally Veggie Tales with wands like that.
over 5,000 kids auditioned for the role of Harry.
Wow.
Yeah. Originally, Daniel Radcliffe wore green contacts, and Emma Watson had fake buck teeth to fit their characters' descriptions.
Could
But
you
That's hilarious.
could you ever visualize Daniel Radcliffe doing an all nude play after he finished his Harry Potter career?
Gotta do something.
Yeah, man. You got to make them dollars somehow. You got to make them
Hey
gallons
man, he's
somehow.
got a
Nice currency reference.
very nice. I got nothing to
You
say.
are
to that. That's
welcome.
great. Nice.
Yeah, but they got rid of that because Emma Watson couldn't talk with the buck teeth, and Radcliffe had some like a bad reaction to the
Fucking
contacts.
pussy.
Yeah, and also it's kind of rough because Hermione ended up being hot, so
Well,
Yeah.
but
Well, in the
Sorry, go ahead,
in
Max.
the book she changes her.
Yeah. Oh,
does she?
Thank you, Bill.
yeah,
No,
no,
go for
we
it,
were gonna
Bill.
Yeah,
say the same thing. She ends up getting the buck teeth magic like removed. So
Oh, okay.
Someone bewitches her, and her teeth get like even bigger, and then
Oh my god, I'm in quarantine. Guess what books I'm buying?
wait, was it or was it when she, it doesn't matter. Yeah, either way, she got her teeth reduced. So it wouldn't have it was only going to last for a movie or two.
yep.
Okay.
J.K. Rowling turned down the role of Harry's mother in the movie.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
No, I think
Yeah.
that's genius.
Good.
You don't want to taint the on film,
No.
no.
I also do appreciate that they kept the same parents throughout the entire series
Yeah.
too. Same actors.
That's actually something I was going to say in general. Like
True.
the fact that they have pretty much the same cast for almost every character throughout the entire 8-film series is really kind of crazy. I mean, other than Dumbledore, I don't know if there's a lot of examples of people having to switch characters.
I have to say, I think the fact that they let the actor of Dumbledore die really shows that Hollywood's power is waning. Back in the day, no, you weren't dead until the series was over. No.
Well, now
you don't die.
Take this unicorn blood.
You're under contract. You weren't allowed to die until 2017.
Now it doesn't matter because they'll just 3D you into the movie or whatever.
That's true. Yeah, Princess Leia has been the last two Star Wars movies.
They just
That was the cocaine.
All right, Rosie O'Donnell and Robin Williams offered to play Mrs. Weasley and Hagrid for free, but they were turned down because J.K. Rowling only wanted British actors for the roles.
Smart.
Christ.
Again, probably a good idea.
Wow, J.K. was
good
really
idea.
she was the ace in the
Robin
hole.
Williams. I think
I love Rob Williams, but that would have been a fucking nightmare. Could you imagine him?
Oh, I thought he would have been. I think he would have been good. You already saw what he looked like just from Jumanji. Thought the bushy hair.
Yeah, just hairy as shit.
Yeah, coming out. What year is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
What world are we in?
I guess they are good with like forced perspective to make people look big and everything, but I don't know.
It's just the wrong thing because Robin Williams brings to the table what I don't like about Leonardo DiCaprio in some cases personally, but Robin Williams, as far as the general public, you can't get over the fact that it's Robin Williams. You don't see the character. You only see the actor.
And he is like Hagrid is he's an oaf. He's kind of supposed to provide some comic relief, but like I feel like Robin Williams would have just hammed it up too much. Like it's hard to see him playing like that kind of like subtle background role character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he would have bust that door down and just gone like, Jesus
Right?
Christ!
Hey, Robin
You're
relapsed.
elected!
Like, yeah, it's just
Yeah. Also, Hagrid, he was the first one cast in the entire movie. So,
Really?
Didn't really. Yeah.
He's perfect.
Well, you really can't cast anybody else but that guy.
No.
That's kind of the problem too. I mean, obviously we're looking at this like we couldn't visualize it as anybody else. So
And so Rowling handpicked Hagrid, McGonagall, and Snape.
Those are the three people that like that
Perfect.
Perfect casting.
Yep.
I think the Dursleys are phenomenally well casted too. I think that's how they're they're like just a little over the top and it's perfect.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think this whole movie is like incredibly well cast.
Yeah.
Like no one seems out of place.
How about
really.
the weirdest casting of all with John Cleese as Sir Headless Nick?
Nearly had its Nick.
Yeah. Thank God he kind of just falls out.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just like I when I was 11 or whatever when this movie came out, I didn't really know who that was, and like coming back and watching it in like college at some point, I'm like, what the fuck is he? What are you doing here in like this stupid role?
Yeah.
Like he's kind of in my mind, he's kind of like a legendary British actor. Why is he Sir Headless Nick?
This parrot is dead.
This is a banana.
To be.
banana.
This is a banana. Attack me.
And now for something
Shoots
completely
him.
different.
Yeah. Too bad they didn't have that at least one time in this whole series.
They really should have. The British should really play off of that. We'd love it. We eat it up as a culture.
Oh yeah.
All right. Also, so you know how we go back and forth with the whole philosophers and Sorcerer's Stone thing. Mm-hmm. The actors had to do 2 takes every single time they addressed the philosopher or Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, that's fucking horrible.
God.
I
So
dumb.
I
stupid.
wish our country would just get the fuck over itself.
And why do people fucking accommodate us on all that stupid shit? Why?
Well, we have all the money, Bill.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Hold on. But what's the actual reason why?
So Scholastic didn't think that Philosopher's Stone was magical enough for American readers, so they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone. That is. I looked it up today. That's the real reason why.
So, like, if this series came out today, I feel like they would push it through and it'd be fine. And honestly, thanks to Quentin Tarantino, because he decided to put a fucking movie out that like 75% of it wasn't in English. And guess what? He was right. Everybody was fine with it. So,
And Bastards is spelt wrong.
yeah, well, there's that. Yeah. It's just shit like that. No, it's just back then. I mean, America's still Bush. What are you going to do?
So originally Scholastic, like their first pitch for the name, it's like, we can't do Philosopher's Stone. They don't understand that. It should be Harry Potter in a magical school. That was their first pick.
Oh
Jesus
my God.
Christ. I rest my
If
case.
you're in a fucking meeting, he's like, you're fired.
I'm surprised they didn't pitch this with fucking pop-out pictures, for fuck's sake.
I don't know. My problem with this book is just a lot of words. I don't understand. A lot of words.
Harry Potter and the Magical School.
Something like that, yeah. In the School of Magic or something like
Could
that.
you imagine?
Harry Potter in a building that stuff happened.
I almost wish that happened so we could laugh about it right now. Like, just
We need
fuck.
whoever pitched that needs to be exposed so that they can be tarred and feathered.
Ugh.
Yeah, I need
The
some
bus
cancel.
that couldn't slow down.
I need some cancel
Yeah,
culture
that's
on that person.
Can we find them? Can we start a movement against them and Hold My Butterbeer?
We're coming
Because
for you.
seriously, all those guys, fuck those guys.
You know what? The people who do Hold My Butterbeer are probably associated with the person that came up with that title.
Right? Bill, we can channel your rage.
You can't channel this rage. It's uncontrollable.
Bill Smash!
Harry doesn't cast a single spell in the entire movie.
See,
Great fucking
he's a
wizard he
terrible
is.
fucking
Interesting.
student.
That's really funny.
He is
Get
in
out of
school
town.
to learn how to use magic.
It's infuriating. It's infuriating to watch like the troll scene, and he doesn't do shit. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
it is hard to imagine that even in the like when they do Wingardium Leviosa with the feathers. Yeah, you're right. He just sits there and watches Hermione does it, and then watches Finnegan fail. He doesn't do anything.
Nope. All right, last piece of trivia is for Preble. Bruce Springsteen recorded an original song for the movie called "I'll Stand By You Always," but it was cut from the movie because it didn't match the story and mood of the film. No shit.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, who thought? I mean, I obviously love that. I mean, to be clear, that's amazing. But who thought that was a good idea?
You know what we need is
I've got a couple of spells I wanna say. That's what I do. Whoa.
Harry Potter needs some fucking
I mean, that would-
saxophone. That's what it needs.
And I was saying, that's unbelievable. Of course, it wouldn't work. God, I need to find this. I need to find
it was
this.
released like 3 years ago, so you can actually find it. Yeah.
Was it? I know. That's unbelievable.
God, what a terrible idea. I need to listen to it.
Yeah, God, awful. Gotta listen.
This
Gotta
is-
find it.
This is like the time when Preble was like, "Oh, did you know that Mel Gibson had a song in Pocahontas? It's awful. Here, let me play it for you."
I bought it on iTunes for $4.
Exactly. I have paid an obscene amount of money to have this played.
All right, time for questions. Who is your favorite and least favorite in this?
Bill.
It's going to be a long episode.
I'll lead it off here. My favorite is Hagrid because he reminds me a lot of myself. And my least favorite, upon like this reflection of this podcast, is Dumbledore. I think he's a sociopath.
It's fair.
Yeah, true.
So my favorite is going to be Dumbledore. Just because... Actually, I'm going to scratch that. Hold on. Harry's my favorite because he's exactly what I fucking pictured in every single way. I mean, all the illustrations, everything, all fan art, that was Harry. This was it. This is what I expected Harry to be, you know, when you're walking into a film. My least favorite is... You know what? I don't have a least favorite. I'm going to be honest. I loved every fucking single character in this. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to do it.
Hot take by Jim.
Yeah.
Gross.
No, John, pick one. Sophie's choice.
I'm gonna okay. So Quirrell will be my least favorite just because he's a fucking sissy. I feel like he at least had a little bit more going for him in the book versus the movie. Wasn't believable. Not even that sinister at the end. And fuck that guy.
I'm gonna say my least favorite character is Oliver Wood. I don't really have a good reason why. He fucking bothers me. And I guess maybe it might have something to do with the fact that Sam said she had a crush on him when we were watching this movie, and now I want to kill the guy. But other than that, I mean,
You think you're better than me?
other than that, I don't think that colored my judgment at all. I just think he's a human fucking piece of garbage, and I want to kill him. But other than that,
That's fine.
I would say my favorite character was Neville the Toad. He really brought it home. Nailed it. Neville the Toad.
You mean the worthless bag of flesh?
Whoa. That's Kim Cattrall did not make an appearance in it.
I didn't see her in this, did you?
What, she wasn't McGonagall?
Yeah. Oh, good.
J.K. Rowling's first pick?
So I'll say my favorite was Snape because great flair, great dress, love his outfit, and also he's the only person that's like actively throughout the year like trying to solve this problem, preventing Quirrell from getting the stone. So I'm a big fan of that. The person I don't like the least favorite is Harry. He's like absolutely fucking useless. He is so useless. Doesn't do a single thing. I mean, you think someone who like finds out they're a wizard would like read up and start doing magic all the time, and like he's just so stupid. He's like doesn't do a thing the entire time, basically, other than be like brave or whatever. It's like, ugh, no,
Gross.
no, gross.
Yeah.
Take that.
All right, who's next?
Max,
Yeah,
you're
you.
next.
Okay.
My
favorite.
Good thing you're paying attention to your own podcast, Max.
I was drooling, looking into space. What day is this?
Where am I?
It's Zen's day.
Oh, okay, good. That's what I thought it was.
It's Blur's
My-
Day, fucking March 97th, Max.
My favorite was Bruce Springsteen in this.
That's better. That's
I
probably
love
the
that
best
training montage with the Springsteen song that came out of nowhere in this movie. It was really well done.
Born in Hogwarts. Born in Hogwarts. Yeah, Bruce, we don't think that's going to really fit into the movie. All right, I'm just going to go eat this apple pie over here.
My least favorite is going to be Quirrell's turban. I don't know how Voldemort was able to breathe under that thing. Just smother his face the whole time.
So it's a solid
It
pick,
was
thank you.
also horizontally challenged. It was just very wide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obnoxious. We all know you got a turban, Quirrell. You need to show it off.
You gotta flaunt it.
It's fabulous. All right, is that everybody?
Yes, Max, that's everybody.
All right, everyone done now?
Sorry, I haven't been listening for the past 90 minutes. What's going on?
Hey, Vinny, get over here. Give me
I
a
just
rate.
blacked out. Where are we at?
Do we have any
With
more?
the DJ.
Do we have any more fucking idiots on this podcast today? Jesus
All right, what other
Christ.
stupid shit you guys gonna say? I'm gonna go play some music. I'm like the DJ in Wayne's World. Yep. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, just how IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes have their own rating systems, we decided to make our own. So, what would your rating be for this one, guys? All right, everybody got theirs done. Cool. Moving on. Well done,
Okay,
guys. Good
so
job.
I will give this one Michael Jackson nose out of 5 of Voldemort's faces out of the rest of this series.
I'm going to say the number of functioning cells in Hagrid's liver over I don't have anything else. That's all I got.
So I'll go next. I'll say this is I'll give it 100 trillion letters pouring from every single orifice in the Dursley household over 2 successfully done Wingardium Leviosa spells. That is my rating.
So how would you put it, though? Would you say Leviosa or Leviosa?
You gotta emphasize the O, not the ah.
Oh,
What happens
on.
if you say a spell in a
sense,
different accent? Does it like turn into something else? Because isn't the whole thing like, you're supposed to get the spell correct?
is magic xenophobic?
Well, no, because you can do it in your head. But I would say that at that point,
That's true.
you also don't have to. You would probably have to think in not your accent. So yes, it is xenophobic.
I would say that if you did it in your head, that's more dangerous, though.
Yes.
I'm just
Cool.
gonna shut up now.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna give this a rating of spending one night in Hagrid's magical barrel.
Woo! You ever been fucked by a dragon?
Wanna?
Yeah, you wanna. So if you woke up in the morning and your butt was just covered in basically scales, would you tell anybody?
No, all your hair and your body was burnt off.
If that dragon was made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it?
I know I would.
I call
I go
it
back for seconds and wash it down with a tall, cool Budweiser.
I call it Harry's extra spicy dragon barrel.
Wait, who was that? Who just did Harry Carey's voice?
That was Tim.
Tim.
That's it. Many claps.
Well done. Well done.
Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey.
Will Ferrell counts. You can. Will Ferrell as George Bush counts as George Bush. Like whatever he wants to do is whoever that is. I just snorted.
Max, what's your rating?
I'm gonna give this 5 xenophobic spells out of me not listening to any of your fucking ratings.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Perfect. You feel loved.
All right, movie recommendations. It's quarantine time, so what have you guys been watching? Suggested anything? Any movie recommendations?
Movies, eh?
So I can make a movie recommendation, but I came ready with a show, so I can also recommend a show.
Go ahead, Bill.
So movies, I don't really have a whole lot of. There's not a whole lot of times where I get like 2 hours that I can sit without having to deal with a crying baby.
Oh my God.
So there's not.
Every other.
Baby this and baby that.
I feel like that's not.
Yeah, no, we get
This is
doing.
We get it, Bill. You've had
You throw
sex.
food on it, and then it's done.
That's really, Bill. That's Bill's motivation. He's just trying to let us all know he's had sex before.
I've done it once. I've done it at least once. I've done it only once. No. But I did watch, and because cartoons are delightful. Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that was fun.
That is a funny movie, and if you can enjoy if you enjoy Pixar movies, and if you don't, you probably suck at life, and I don't fucking want to hear from you anyways. But if you enjoy Pixar movies, then this is just a delightful movie, hilarious.
It's a good movie.
TV show we watched. I think it's Ragnarok, and it is something. It's on Netflix, and I think it was made in I don't know, Sweden or one of those other kind of
Really, we're going to talk
neo-Nazi
about
type.
the Nordic end of the world right now.
What's that?
I say we're going to talk about the Nordic end of the world right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yep. And it is. They dubbed it, which I hate. So you can kind of understand them. It's tough to understand through the accents, but it never matches up with the lips. So I still watched it with subtitles on the whole time. But it's good. It's an easy show to watch. It's entertaining. It's not, you don't have to think a lot, but it's well done. It's a good show. I absolutely recommended it. Sam, there's 6 or 7 episodes, and we watched it in we watched 2 a day. It is. We were staying up way later than we normally do to get episodes in and stuff. It's entertaining.
Wow.
All right. Show recommendation from Tim. Hot show on the street. And it's Law and Order, not SUV though. I've been watching regular Law and Order now. Not SUV.
It's in the garage.
Not SUV. This is the one with Detective Lenny Briscoe in it. It is curmudgeonly attitude. It's fantastic. There's only a few episodes out there, so be spared.
It's only been on longer than we've been alive.
It's not technically a movie, but there's enough hours that you could. It's about 1,500 movies.
It's like it's basically like watching a book. It's really fucked up.
Oh boy.
Snatch. Snatch. Everybody watch Snatch. Just get out there and
Watch
watch
my
it.
Snatch.
Snatch. All right. It's a Guy Ritchie film. Don't look at it for the actors. Look at it for Guy Ritchie. If you like one of his movies, you'll like all of his movies. But it's got Brad. It's Brad Pitt, right?
It is, yeah.
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 Diggs.
Brad Pitt.
Diggs. Yeah, that's what I said. Diggs.
Yeah, it's his best
Diggs.
fucking role that he has ever played. You won't understand a word he says. Don't worry about that. But it's amazing. Just watch it. The cinematography is like nothing you've ever seen, it's like nothing you've ever seen. Believe me, we have the best sombreros.
So John, you like Guy Ritchie films?
I love Guy Ritchie.
Have you
films.
seen his Robin Hood?
No, he is a Robin Hood.
From 2018. It's one of it, like, box office wise, it's one of the biggest bombs ever.
Yeah. Jax was in it.
I actually kind of like it.
Okay.
I didn't think it was.
I
that
will
bad.
watch it. I love everything that man does.
If you watch it, if you watch that movie expecting like an accurate depiction of the the Middle Ages and of Europe and stuff like that, you're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot if that's what you're expecting when you come into that movie. It's a good action movie that's like roughly, very loosely based on the story of Robin Hood, and it's fun. I think it's fun. It was supposed to be like a whole series. And because it did so badly, it got shut down. And I think that's a shame. I think it would have been really good.
Wait, so this is it's a movie or it's a show?
It's a movie.
It's a movie, but it was supposed to be.
They were going to do like a whole bunch of movies, and you can kind of tell by the ending that they opened it up for sequels, and it bombed bad. It did real bad.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fucking watch it because I love everything Guy Ritchie. Anything he does is magic to me.
It's magic. What about you, Probable?
I like this. It's kind of like an art house film. It's called Big Trouble Little China. In all seriousness, I watched like multiple times.
The check is in the mail.
It's too good. It's not on any streaming services I'm aware. My birthday was last month, and Michelle got it for me, and also these random these like comic books too, like two of them. Ooh. Like one is like a serialization of the movie, and then there's another one where someone just took like a leap where it's like, oh, Lopan's back, and now it's up to Kurt Russell to take care of Jack Burton to take care of him in like New York City. It is fucking hilarious. So I just basically been doing that every day. Every day is just Big Trouble Little China and Tiger, and that's really it.
It's just Kurt Russell eating sandwiches in a truck.
Yeah, basically, and just then talking extremely loudly over his
not knowing what's happening.
Yeah, having zero idea what's going on the entire time. It's perfect.
I love that movie. We're still waiting. I think probably we're 30 movies away from doing that one. This is gonna be our 70th episode.
30 movies. I was gonna say. So I'll be 35 when we get it done.
We're 2 Harry Potters away.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. All right, so for me, this week I've been on a big, Nikki and I have been on a big 40s and 50s black and white binge. So I'll recommend 2 classics that still hold up. They're both free on Amazon Prime. First one's Sunset Boulevard. If you haven't seen it before, watch it. It's still one of the greatest movies ever made. And then we watched for the first time Some Like It Hot from 1959 with Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Marilyn Monroe. First time ever seen it. Laugh out loud funny.
Okay,
right,
good to know.
Cool.
We put it on Friday night at like 11 o'clock. Thought that, we watched like 20 minutes and fall asleep. Ended up watching the whole movie. It was really, really good.
Are these streamable? Where do you find these?
Amazon Prime for free right now. Both of them. Yep.
Lovely.
So check that out.
I'll do this.
Tim, we're past 2 hours now. So should we do your game?
No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, good.
oh no, we absolutely.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, we are not going to do that.
Okay. Well, that wraps up week 1 of our Harry Potter series. If you like the show, Or if you like Harry Potter, tell your friends about us, subscribe, rate, and review. Any support just gets us some extra attention. And stay tuned for next week, where we'll be diving into year 2 at Hogwarts, which includes flying cars, evil diaries, and chambers that are secret. Stay at home. Stay at home, stay away from people, wash your hands, and go fuck yourself.
Wash your fucking hands. Deuces, fuckers.
Yes, goodbye, everyone. Bum, bum, bum.
Wait, you don't mean they don't play the music?
Yeah, Max, can you fucking turn on the goddamn music? When are we gonna?
All right, here we go. All right,
Come
turning it on right now. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey man, I was able to get Air Force Ones on the ending to the episode last week.
That's true. Yep.
Perfect.
Great song.
So are we done recording?
No, Bill, we're still listening to the song.
Okay, I have to
Hold on,
seriously
this is my
go
favorite
piss.
part.
All right, I'll turn it off. No one needs to see. No one needs to see my face.
What is that? What is that? What's that hat, Tim?
Very hip.
It's a fly fishing hat, Bill.
Mm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Cool. It looks
Yeah.
like a stylized fancy menorah.
It is. It's celebrating the Jewish people in fly fishing.
It goes really well with your Andy Reid mustache.
It does. I'm just mixing it up. No one knows where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Are you Andy Reid? Are you some hipster moron with a dumb hat? No one knows. All
Yes.
they know is that I eat ass.
Yeah.
Like, no. I've got like a PlayStation 2. I found San Andreas.
Nice.
So I was just murdering hookers left and right, as you do.
lifting some weights, getting buff.
Exactly. I was like, wow, this game. I remember thinking this game looked dope. This game looks like donkey shit. It looks fucking awful. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess I'm just going to close out of this.
Well, Sam and I, when Francis came along, there was a lot of late nights, just like holding the baby, not really able to do a whole lot. You can't have like a lot of light, so you can't read or anything like that. Yeah, so we broke out the Game Boy Color and started playing Pokemon on it, and now
Oh man,
That's a good idea.
now that has been terrific and also awful. I've lost I have actually logged 96 hours in that game since November.
That's awesome.
6 hours.
I really with the amount of dedicated time I could put towards it, I caught every Pokemon that you can catch in the game in Pokemon Yellow, except for Lickitung, because I'm not going to waste my time on that in the cave, because I'm going to play Blue and just get Lickitung in the trade. But
Duh.
As one does.
The more impressive part that you don't necessarily get by understanding that I caught them all is that I caught everything in the Safari Zone, and that is if you remember, ridiculously time intensive. I think 30 of the 96 hours was spent just in the Safari Zone trying to fucking get Kangaskhan and Pinsir.
Well, don't you get like 500 steps or something stupid like that?
You get
Like
500 steps. You have to use the Safari Ball, and there's no battling. You can only throw bait, rocks, or the Safari Ball.
There's a gigantic 6-foot monster in front of me. Let me throw this rock at it.
Exactly.
This pans out. Me, this 10-year-old frail little boy, doesn't know dick about anything. Doesn't know how to count, apparently. 10 years old, done educating. Get out there and catch them Pokemans.
Good enough.
Fine. You know addition? Get out of here.